After TSMC cut off the supply, Huawei's self-developed Kirin chips faced a temporary suspension of production, and all chip supply channels were also lost, which had a considerable impact on the subsequent business layout and lost more than $200 billion in annual revenue. Fortunately, Ren Zhengfei, the leading team, did not back down. In order to better continue the mobile phone business, Huawei reluctantly sold the sub-brand Honor and put more energy into the high-end field. However, the chips in stock are doomed to be unsustainable, so we can only do our best to solve the problem of chip supply and unite the strength of domestic companies. Strength: actively participate in the layout of the entire industrial chain. And Huawei's top 5G technology has become the biggest guarantee. According to the data, it is predicted that there will be 350 million smart devices within this year, equipped with Huawei's 5G technology patents, and the number of networked vehicles licensed at the same time will exceed 15 million. A large windfall. Will the arrival of the market change the market structure? Huawei has begun to take a smooth road. 5G technology is not only for improving the speed of internet access, but more importantly, it can help the development of science and technology to leap to another level. At present, Huawei has integrated 5G technology into the fields of industry, medical care, urban development, and other fields, and has won 3,000 accumulative totals worldwide. Plus S5G top order. While launching the movable type signboard, it also brought a large amount of revenue. Yu Qingdong once made a promise: in 3 to 5 years, there will be a chip industry chain with technology going to the United States. It has been 3 years now, and according to Huawei's current momentum, it is still very possible to achieve it. Technological breakthroughs have been made one after another in stacking technology, photonic chips, and superconducting quantum chip technologies, and the future framework has been drawn. In order to provide more research and development funds, Huawei began to enter more fields, and achieved phased breakthroughs in the fields of cloud services, AI, artificial intelligence, and smart cars. After terminal business, Huawei's 5G advantages have also been fully demonstrated. Under the instigation of the United States, European countries unilaterally interrupted 5G cooperation. In order to prove that there is no so-called network security problem, Huawei has shown enough sincerity, but under pressure from the United States, they still chose pretend to be asleep, which directly angered Huawei, and the official announced that it will start charging technology patent fees. Huawei is the only manufacturer that can provide end-to-end services. It holds a large number of core 5G patents. If you want to lay out a complete 5G network, you simply cannot bypass Huawei. However, it is clear that Huawei is not simply charging for patents. More for the purpose of resuming 5G cooperation. Once such a plan came out, operators in Europe and the United States completely panicked. Huawei signed a patent exchange agreement with Qualcomm very early. The two parties can directly use each other's patents without authorization. According to the influence of their respective patents in the market, they decide who will pay to whom. American operators are not so lucky. Has paid a total of $1 billion in patent fees to Huawei. Also, after Huawei implements this rule, top mobile phone manufacturers including Samsung and Apple need to pay the corresponding authorization fee as long as they release a 5G mobile phone. However, Huawei is quite conscientious and only charges no more than 2.5 per unit. The US dollar patent fee and the continuous restrictive measures of the United States have gradually brought Huawei out of the predicament. Huawei has won a windfall. According to the latest data forecast, there will be 350 million smart devices this year, using Huawei's 5G patents. In the past year, more than 20 smart manufacturers, including Apple and Samsung, have reached agreements with Huawei. Corresponding cooperation agreement. According to the rules previously formulated by Huawei, the patent fee for a single mobile phone is no higher than $2.5. This totals 350 million units, which will create a considerable amount of income. This windfall can be well invested in technology. In the process of research and development, and this is just the beginning, as long as Apple and Samsung continue to release mobile phones, the follow-up income will continue to flow. In the face of Western countries' remorse, this technology licensing fee is likely to continue to increase. Ren Jingfei has previously stated, the follow-up is likely to follow Qualcomm's example and charge patent fees based on a percentage of the selling price of mobile phones. At that time, it will not be $2.50 per unit. It can be solved. After all, Huawei has absolute dominance in the 5G field. If you want to do it, you can definitely do it. And all this is due to the selfish behavior of the United States. It is no wonder that even their own companies have to rebel. At present, more than 50 American companies have jointly exerted pressure to release relevant restrictions. After all, businessmen are pursuing interests. If you are cut off from your financial resources, you will lose your mind sooner or later. And Huawei mobile phones are coming back. The first batch of Mate 50 has more than 4 million units in stock. It is expected that the final sales will exceed 15 million units. It also confirms the rumors that the supply chain has been improved. Models have been launched one after another, and Huawei has gradually recovered its corresponding position in the domestic mobile phone field. It seems that the return of Huawei's king in 2023 is not false. With the efforts of the Chinese Academy of Sciences and Huawei, the prototype of the chip industry has already taken shape. Given another 2 years, there is still a high probability that it will be fully developed. How do you solve the problem?